How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you guys are excited for this one because I have a spicy game for you. So if you watched my stream last night, which would have been, well, a few days ago, we went on 4 losses in a row, right? And I kept versing Yone. I got sick of him, right? So what I did is I banned Yone this game. And instead, of course, when you ban Yone and you leave Lee Sin open, they pick Lee Sin. Now, this game, the one I'm going to bring you right here today, is probably one of the best examples I've ever played of why you never give up. And this is going to show you exactly how powerful this champion is as a 1v9. So before we get started, please hit that like button. Apparently it does help. And hit that sub button if you aren't already. I know a lot of you are, and thanks for coming back. So right now we're running Yorick jungle. We're running phase rush. Now this patch here, and I suspect nothing will change for next patch as well, phase rush is the best keystone. It is, nothing comes close. It is so good. Halo Blades is next best. I'd say they're actually somewhat, I won't say they're completely off, but they do two different things, but they both play the same way. So in that sense, the way I want you to think about it is all the things you can do with Halo Blades, you can do with phase rush, and all the things you can do with phase rush, you can do with Halo Blades. They're very similar runes. They have very similar effects, except Halo Blades is a bit more damage focused, a bit more aggression, whereas phase rush is more, it gives you a way out in situations where you're struggling to get out. So this game here, we're versing Lee Sin. We always start Wolves when you're bot team, okay? Unless for some reason you think you're versing a Lilia and they're going to start at your Wolves, your Raptors, you always start Wolves. So this game here, you see I start here. We're going to kite it upwards as much as we can. And we're going to get 3 ghouls off this camp. And then we're going to EM to the Gromp. Now, EM to the blue, sorry. Now, in this game, you can see we have a Blitzcrank. That's really good to gank bot lane with. We have Aurora, who is bloody OP right now. She is disgusting. And we have Riven top. So I'm thinking my main carry is, usually I play through bot, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to play through bot lane, all right? Now, make sure, I say it in pretty much every video, get your jungle clears down. I actually think there's probably a way to maximize that even more by using Smite differently. But we'll test that out in customs after I do this video, I think. So we'll go straight for the Raptors. That early E is important. It looks like I'm wasting it, but trust me, it's better you early E there than wait to come around and then E, because the timing is significantly better. So you'll see here, I cast E pretty much on spawn, on cooldown. By the time I can cast my next one, my ghouls are already on their way down. There's a reason. It's fully intended that we use it that early. This is what I call optimized. So you can see we're ready to cast E. Actually, in this scenario, it's a bit different because my ghouls didn't finish that camp for some reason. So we're going to run straight to bot for a gank. Now, this is usually the perfect setup for Yorick jungle. Unfortunately, I don't have all my ghouls on the camp. So as you can see, we lost a few ghouls on the way. And this is what I would have considered perfect. Pop the ghost, go into town. Unfortunately, my AD carry is not able to participate. We get a really nice catch on him. I go in a little bit harder because my ghouls are so slow. They're slow to come. My AD dies. I die. And my support dies. Dude, this is probably, I was so tilted by this. You have no idea. Like, I was ready to just, like, spam that 4 for vote. I was so tilted. But in this case, I don't know why, but I felt like their team, I felt like I could carry this pretty hard if I could get the lead. I was so, look at me go, dude. I was so tilted. Now, because I've got mute all pings, no one can see what I'm typing. So there's a reason I do this. Whenever I'm playing and I just get so tilted before the game starts, I literally just lose my mind. So we're just going to go straight for this camp here. Take the scuttle. Remember, it's a neutral camp. We value the neutral camps better than we do the our own camps. And there's a gank opportunity top. So let's see if we can push a lead to the top lane. So I didn't really want to go in properly here. I hit the bloody minion as well. I can't believe I did that. But we get a nice little kill back here with my Q. Get the last hit and we are good. So from here, I'm looking at my jungle thinking, how do we clear it? What's the optimal way of doing this? Obviously, it'll be Wolves into Gromp, into Recall if we're going to do that. So let's run straight to do that. Now, I'll warn you, this is a longer game. So I hope you guys stick around and watch this one. Trust me, it's well worth the watch. And we actually try a few different things out during the course of this game. Now, I don't know if you saw that, but there Lissandra's going bot. So I'm pinging my bot lane to back here. And remember, Lee Sin took my Krug, so he knows their respawn timer. So here, I'm actually imagining the Lee Sin's going to rush the dragon. So that's why I'm pretty confident in what I'm doing here. So we're going to take this Q. Once that spawns, we'll eat it, and then we'll see what we can do. So we eat it, and then let's look around. I'm imagining him at my Raptors right now because I think he's playing bot side, so I'm going to run to his Raptors instead. And GeForce is ready to update. You can go away. All right, so his Krugs are up. That means he's probably in my bottom half jungle somewhere. So I'm pinging back the dragon. I'm saying watch out for my bot lane. We're just trying to prevent that Lee Sin to get his lead snowballing. Now, Lee Sin is not a hard matchup. If you're versing Lee Sin, it's not that bad. The problem is when you verse a Lee Sin that's on 8 ping or 2 MS. It is really hard to lock him down. He does a lot of damage. He snowballs extremely easily. In this case, we're just going to let our ghoul solo the camp. We're going to go straight to grubs. Straight to grubs. That's what we play around. Now remember, if you can't secure all the grubs, just get one and get out. In this scenario, I think they're going to dive bot. So I'm pinging my bot lane back. I'm saying, warning, warning, he's coming for my Krugs. Now, as you can see, they don't have a top laner because he's dead. So they're not going to play for the grubs. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to dive bot. And you can see, I'm pinging back my bot lane, saying, hey, watch out, you need a ward in your bush down there. Now, they know we're all on this, so obviously, if you watch the Lysandra, they're going to dive bot. And it happens all the time. Whenever you get a position like this, if you're in the top side of the map, and they're not where you would expect them to be, why aren't they fighting this? Why aren't they here fighting this? You'd think they'd want the grubs. It's because they're playing the other half of the map. And a lot of the times you can predict this. Now, I've had to ransack my bot here. My bot lane is done. My bot lane is not getting into this game. Okay, my AD carry is 60 CS down, and now shortly you're going to see that my Blitzcrank actually leaves bot lane entirely and says, screw that lane, I'm not going bot anymore, my AD is not useful, right? And in a lot of games, that's actually the correct play. Like, it's actually what he should be doing in this scenario. His AD carry is not going to get into this game the way he's playing it right now. Him staying bot isn't going to help anyone. And their tower is almost dead anyway. We're not going to stop them from getting the tower by quick enough. So it doesn't matter. In this scenario, I'm a bit scared because I didn't want the Lee Sin to come and like catch me out here. So I ward that. And I didn't want to overstay either. So I smite and run. Now, it looks like it was a mistake because Lee Sin actually comes to smite, steals it. And then now I'm on the run. So I'm trying to run away as much as I can. But remember, we took his Krug. So what's Lee going to do? He's going to go to the closest lane. Most junglers will autopilot. And by autopilot, what that means is if you go to your Raptors and your Raptors aren't there, most junglers will either look for the nearest lane to gank, aka mid, or they'll look for the nearest camp to take, aka wolves. So you can sort of predict what junglers are going to do. Now, I knew they were going to dive my top laner here. So I start making my way to top lane. Because if we can get a catch here, we will be laughing. Lee lands a nice Q, but I get a nice W and a nice Q, and we're good. Now, I actually thought I could kill this guy here, so you'll see once my E cooldown comes back, I pop Ghost. Now, don't be afraid to pop Ghost and use it. Most people just, they worry about their Ghost too much. Don't worry about it. Just pop it and use it. The cooldown's not that long anyway. And if you're running the one where your summoner spells go higher cooldown, lower cooldown, not lower cooldown, sorry, what am I talking about? When you get movement speed, when you use a summoner spell, it pops like crazy, your Ghost. So here, I'm just going to push this up, absorb all this CS, all this experience, and let's get some tower platings. I know that he doesn't have teleport, so I'm going to hit this, get the first plating down, and recall on the spot. Solo play gold is good for me. I'm okay with that. We recall, go straight for bot side. Now, I don't know if you've been looking, but my AD carry hasn't gone bot yet. He's actually not able to go bot because my support is roaming. So the bot lane CS is 38 to 79, and they've got 3 plates down there. My AD carry now goes mid and is extremely far behind. Like, so far behind, it's insane. At this point, I was like, there's no way we win this game. Like, how do you win without an AD carry in Korean Master? We won't have an AD carry for this entire game. So I'm hovering around mid as much as I can here. I know they're going to make a play mid because that's where my AD carry is. Ezreal's likely going to sit bot while the support roams. So you can see I'm just going to hover around mid, stay in my near 2 closest camps, which are these 2, and let's be ready to gank mid if we need to. Now my team gets caught. There's nothing we can do about it. I kill the ward, which is a problem because now that I killed the ward, they see I'm here and they run down and they kill my maiden. There's just nothing I can do about it. It's just the way things are. Now I'm running away as much as I can, trying to increase the distance between me and maiden, maybe give her some super speed. Doesn't happen. So we'll just kill the nearest camp that we're on, and I'm seeing that grubs are up. And I'm thinking I could probably get to grubs. If he's going for the dragon, then it's not a bad trade. 6 grubs versus dragon is extremely good. And they haven't actually got the first dragon yet. So this is the first dragon. So 6 grubs is aces in this position. I'll gladly take 6 grubs. Now you've got to notice I don't actually... Do I eat the wolves here? I don't think I do. I don't eat the wolves here. It's because I want to get the grubs as soon as I can. So I'm running straight to grubs. I see my top laners fighting. I'm saying, hey, I'm coming. He jumps in and he gets killed. And worst case scenario is I lose my ghouls here as well. Extremely frustrating. So I don't have ghouls. We hit the grubs, which spawns all the voidlings. Blitz hits a nasty pull. And we absolutely shred him. And now we get 3 grubs. Look at my AD carry, by the way. I didn't even notice. But she's not even farming. She's not even going to the lane. She's just AFK at the tower. Now, I have all chat muted, so I can't even see what they're saying. But I would wager she's probably flaming the team right now. Now, remember, their jungle's dead. This is my jungle now. While their jungle's dead, it is your jungle. Now, after this, what do? Let's go to his Krugs. Now, you can see they start coming for me. Now, I'm scared as hell right now because I'm trying to run away. And the Lee Sin pops his head out as well. And I'm dead. Now, going for the Krugs, is it an overstay? Yeah, it probably is. Unfortunately, I went for the Krugs when I knew Lee Sin had a small respawn timer. But luckily, we had a pretty reliable mid. But notice my AD carry, even though there's farm in the lane, she's not even going for it. She's literally sitting at the tower, AFK. She had 37 CS before, just 46 now. And this is where the problem starts. Whenever you get a losing bot lane, a bleeding bot, what happens is the bot lane tower dies and then they bleed to mid lane. So all of that power, all that strength on that Ezreal is now in the mid lane. It is now a 4v5. Because my AD carry is not going to lead bot now. So we have to play around the 4v5. Now you can see my items. I've got the standard build. There's no change in this build right now. We're going to introduce ECLIPSE as a 3rd item here. And you're going to ask why ECLIPSE? Don't you go Liandry's? Liandry's, this game to me didn't make much sense because they have one tank, which is the top laner, and he went more. And more, when they start building MR, I'm kind of like, I don't actually know if I wanted Liandry's in this game. I really wanted to test and see what the ECLIPSE value was like. So we get a nice catch on the Gnar. Remember, when you play with Black Cleaver, everything, all these early trades are all in your favor. That armor shred works super well. Now we push this up. Let's go get some gold. Let's go get our camps. Don't let them just take them. And we're going to keep that gold income going. Keep getting a lot of income. We want as much gold as we can get. Now I'm seeing a play from this into that. So let's do that. My team is trying to do something in the bot lane right now. And somehow they get 1v2'd. The 3v1 and she gets away. Meanwhile, my top dies. This is just all round. It's just a terrible game. We must be behind so much gold right now because my AD carry is not farming. 60 CS. She's had 23 CS in like 7 minutes. It's atrocious. Objective bounties are up, which is good. That means we can start getting objectives control over bot side. Now, whenever you get a big lane up like this where all your towers are done, that to me is prime maiden split opportunity. And the reason for that is because you have so many waves that you'll meet before the maiden actually meets a tower. And most champions on the enemy team won't actually come this far to the tier 3 bot lane because it's risk. There's no reason to do it. Now, I'm not going to drop maiden bot here because I don't want my AD carry going AFK. Right now, at least she's still playing. To an extent, she's still playing. So I'm going to go top. Lee just killed the Herald. I'm thinking maybe he's going to go top. So I'm making my way top right now. Surrender vote comes through. I'm saying no because I reckon we can win this game. It's looking doomed, but I reckon we can win this game. There's an engage. Lee Sin is likely nearby. There he is. But remember, because the AD carry has got in the bot tower, now every fight you have to assume is going to be a 5v4. So whenever the fight starts, I'm just going to run. As soon as the TP start coming in, people start rotating, you got to get out. You got to play safe and you got to play smart. Now the goal is to not die. Remember, that is the ultimate goal. Now in this scenario, I have one stack of my jungle item left. So I'm thinking, hey, if I can kill this, I've got such a big movement speed bonus around the map again. So let's just do that. From here, I'm just going to go straight to my bot side jungle. They're taking all our towers. But I'm seeing, hey, there's an Ezreal mid right now. Is there a potential for something mid? I see the Lee Sin get it. They get a nice catch. Obviously, I can't go in here. But then we get numbers. Aurora starts doing Aurora things. Now, don't be afraid to pop your ghost as soon as you can. Land your E's. There's the E. And now remember, I saw the Ezreal. He was bot. He was mid lane. Let's go catch the Ezreal. He doesn't know where I am. Get a nice catch on him. Now, I'm actually running Celerity here. I thought it'd be interesting to run Celerity for a game and see how it feels. He gets a nice flash away. Doesn't really matter though. I've got my E coming up. He has no mana to use his E. Land a nice E. And then there's the objective bounty, which is the dragon. Let's get the dragon. That's a crap ton of gold. And you'll see these bounties fall away. After we get this, all of a sudden we're even. How are we even gold right now? I have no idea. Because my AD carry hasn't left the bot lane yet. This is a 4v5. Everything we're doing right now is a 4v5. The score is actually dead even though we're so far behind in towers and gold. And I think the main reason is I think my gold right now is just off the charts. I'm pretty sure I'm enormous. So remember, do things efficiently. Get your red out and recall on the spot. Let's go back and buy. Now, next item, we're going to go Stridebreaker. Always Stridebreaker if you're running Phase Rush. The movement speed bonus you get is just nuts. It is absolutely nuts. And here is where I'm going to start going for Eclipse. Now, Eclipse, let's have a chat about Eclipse, right? Eclipse gives a truck ton of AD. It is 70 AD, one of the highest AD items in the game. It costs 2,800 gold. It gives 15 ability haste, and it gives a shield that scales off your AD, and it also scales off your health. The damage is also flat. So it does 6% max health on proc. Now, the item itself is good. The problem with Eclipse is you can't buy it early on Jungle Yorick because we need health. So it actually better suits a third item, because in this scenario, we would normally go Leandry's, and that's not that much health. It's only 300 at fully built. And it costs 2,800 gold. It is so cheap to buy. The problem with Eclipse mainly is that in order to use it when maiden splitting, you need to do what's called a Conqueror bug. And I've explained it a lot, and I like to treat each video as a brand new video, treating a brand new audience. So the Conqueror bug is when you kill a unit when you're next to the maiden and Yorick deals the damage that executes the minion. Maiden will then raise a ghoul from that minion, and that ghoul is treated as a separate ability to all your other ghouls. If instead Maiden deals the damage that kills the minion, or ghouls deal the damage, or you've just summoned the Maiden on the spot, or you've raised ghouls with Q, all those ghouls that you raise in that way will all be treated as the same minion. So take Eclipse for example. Eclipse needs you to use 2 separate spells, but if you raise ghouls with Q, that's one spell. They will never be able to proc Eclipse on their own. But if you can conquer a bug, just one ghoul, then if you E, you will automatically proc Eclipse straight away. So the goal is you need to at least conquer a bug one ghoul. So that's not that hard. Now bear in mind, if you have the Maiden there, it's very easy to conquer a bug. It's very easy to activate Eclipse, because Eclipse will proc off Maiden plus your E now, which is nice. But from a distance, if you're trying to engage from a distance, it's not that easy. You can see there, we're coming back into this game. I'm 825. I have 9 CS per minute right now. I am popping, and I've almost got enough of my Eclipse in one hit. And this is why I'm kind of inclined to say it's almost a perfect third item, because you're going to start doing plays like this where at 2 items, you're making Baron plays, you're making very big tower plays, split push plays. You're doing everything at once. You're going to have recalls where you have a truck ton of gold. And that's what we want to avoid. We want to avoid having to buy components for Eclipse. In this scenario, we had to get everything, but we have a lot of health anyway. 3k health is good. And now I'm going to do just enough to get the gold for the Eclipse, and I'm going to recall. So we're going to do one more camp. You can see they're making a play on my bot side. Let's just get this camp and let's get out. Now, I knew the play here was a maiden split bot into a Baron. It was an obvious, that's the only way we could have made the play here. So you'll see most of my plays this game are to achieve that goal. Now, the interesting thing about Eclipse is that it has CDR. Leandris doesn't have CDR. So this build right now, we actually have, I think it's 45 CDR plus the 35 from my, the 31 from my Ultimate Hunter. It actually pays off quite well. It's not bad. It's actually quite good. So you can see they're all grouping around the bot side. I'm thinking I want a Baron. Right now, I'm thinking this is a Baron play. So I see the Gnar. Let's get the Gnar. That'll reduce the numbers by 1, and then we can drop. We can go straight for the Baron. And remember, don't be afraid to proc your Ghost if you can. It's completely fine to proc your Ghost. Sorry. Good. He's dead. Now what do we do? It's a Baron call. So I'm saying, hey guys, come, let's go Baron. They're going to go for the Dragon. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we punt it down as much as we can, but then I see it's warded. As soon as I see it's warded, you have to assume they're reacting to you unless you can see them otherwise. So you see, they start showing up. And as soon as they start showing up, I'm like panicking a little bit because I don't want it to get stolen. So obviously I'm going to try pull my ghouls off the Baron. And you can see, oh my god, the movement speed, dude. We're going to play the outside of the fights and go in when we can. Now, I was terrified here. Like, I was like, there's no point me dying here. I almost died here. I can't react to these spells on this ping. It's too high. So in this scenario, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go top, go Krugs, and then recall to base. Let's just get that top tower in. See if we can get that top tower, because that's a lot of gold. And then we can recall to base. Now, I procced Eclipse, I think, twice off that fight. Most of the value will come from proccing the Eclipse itself. Now, I should have actually just gone top here. I didn't realize the tower was so low. Oh, no, I couldn't have. Never mind. I couldn't have gone top because at least the Lysandra came. So that's fine. Either way, it's all good. Now, what do? We want the Baron. We drop maiden bot. In this scenario, the maiden drops were atrocious. I couldn't do anything with the drops. I was going for an early GA here because I knew these fights. I'm the one they're aiming. I need to stay alive. So I didn't even opt for Leandris at all this game. I didn't see any need to. Now, I keep dropping maiden into the Gnar. I can't do anything about it. Gnar can easily take my maiden here. Whenever you get a champion that's able to kite, like, obviously, it's very hard to do it. That Eclipse value, though, we have so much AD. Push this up as much as we can. Let's go clear the top side, potentially catch the Lysandra. But no. Maiden shows bot. We look for the play mid. See, my team goes ham. There we go. We got the catch. Now, we only did that because we saw them show bot. And I think I just walked into this Lysandra every single fight at the moment. It's absolutely insane. Oh, man. I'm so bad at dodging on this ping. I should have been able to dodge that. If I was on my server, I think I would have been able to dodge that. But I only live there because of the Eclipse value. The thing you got to consider, though, is you can't just say, oh, I live for Eclipse there because I live because of Eclipse, so it's better. The thing about it is you have to compare it to having 300 extra health from Leandry's. So I would have also probably lived there from Leandry's because I would have had an extra 300 health. So it's when you get multiple procs of the Eclipse that it becomes better. Because that's when it starts outvaluing the Leandry's extra health. Now, does it outvalue the Leandry's extra damage? That's a hard thing. I can't tell. I don't know. Because Leandry, some games will give you 8,000 damage. But bear in mind, your ghouls do scale off AD. So if your ghouls attack 10 times with 70 extra AD, there's a good chance they're going to do 300 damage. 300 damage extra is quite nice. It adds up. So there's a maiden drop bot. Obviously, bot lane is in a good spot to drop. So we drop bot and we play around the Baron again. Now that Nah is always going to go bot here. And there's nothing I can do to stop the Nah going bot because he's playing full bot lane push. So I'm pinging the Baron, like as soon as they show bot, we just gun this Baron. Just get it. See, he shows bot. So I'm saying just gun the Baron. Unfortunately, I E at the worst time and they get a really nice catch. They're in position. And it's really hard for me to do anything. And we die. But I don't know if you noticed, my AD carry actually killed their top laner. So we've stalled long enough for my AD to actually catch up. So now my AD carry is quite strong. And my mid is just an absolute god. Like a fucking thank God he's doing good. And now I'm just sitting here going, please get that tower. Because if you can get that tower, I can get my GA and then I can really play reckless if I wanted. Wow, that was such a good hourglass. That not so much. Good. So once we get GA, now we can play reckless. Now is when we go, okay, I can start making plays and not have to worry about dying because I have enough time to respawn. All right, so here's the winner, okay? We're not going to change the game plan at all. Maiden goes straight back to bot, and we force the Baron again. We're so close to winning these fights. We're just going to rinse, repeat the same thing over and over. Eventually, we will get the fight we need. Now, Blitz goes mid. Blitz goes up and gets caught, which sucks. Now, do we just go for the Baron here? Do we take the fight? No, there is no point we taking the fight here. That's such a low cooldown E now, look at it, wow. Now, there's no point us taking the fight at Baron. Let's just shove mid, try to get a catch. So we managed to catch the Ezreal, which worked quite well. We managed to get his E, managed to jump away, but it dragged them off the Baron, which is even better. Let's go straight to get ghouls. Now, here, I'm looking at bot lane going, oh, look, there's a Nah we can catch. And as I'm running, you can see there's a Karma. Dude, the damage off this build is nuts, though. Oh, there's the catch. Now, it doesn't actually let us do anything. But what that does is it stops them from doing something. So that's why that catch is important. They can't actually profit off this. This is just time that I can spend now putting towards what I want, which is to get my next item. I need one more item before I'm popped. Now, in this scenario, looking back, I don't think Leandry's is the right call. I think probably Death Dance is probably the best item because I need to be able to survive the fight against the Ezreal. And you can see they chase my AD carry. We gun the Baron. Literally gun the Baron. Their jungle is bot. This is free. They can't stop this. There's no way. I have so much AD in my kit right now that I could solo this in less than 10 seconds. Now, they're going to get the dragon. That's absolutely fine. Good. Now, 1k gold. I think Death Dance is the best buy here. But then I changed my mind. I kind of wanted to see how much AD I could get off going for that item. I can't remember its name. Bloodmail, I think it's called. So I wanted to go for Bloodmail here. I thought I'd be able to get like a crap ton of extra AD and then I could drop Maiden and ghouls could push and I don't know. I had that in my head. Good prediction. Good dodge. And obviously when I see Lee Sin, I'm not going to commit to it. There you go. But you can see right now, my Eclipse is going off. Right now, I'm looking at a maiden drop here. In my head, I'm thinking maiden goes bot. But every time I see my AD carry go bot, I'm like, what's the point putting maiden bot? Like, it's just no point. She's just endlessly pushing the wave. It's not going to accomplish anything. So instead, I'm thinking, you know what? Let's just go top, push that up, see if I can get their Krugs. I knew their Reb was spawning soon, so I thought, fuck it, we'll just go for that. So straight to Krugs. Remember, I don't have ghouls yet. Let's get ghouls. And then Alessandra pops out of nowhere with Hourglass. Hourglass ult. Nice catch. Meanwhile, my AD carry dies here. I was going to go kill her, but I realized I couldn't get her. Hit the nice E, and I think, fuck it, let's just push. Just push, get the minions first, because I want all the minions on the tower. Fresh ghouls. Keep pushing, and let's just go for the end, fuck it. Oh, go for the end. So I always like to use wall, like a Nivea wall in this scenario. So you can see I've hit the Gnar with my E, and I'm focusing on the Lee Sin. GA pops. Comes in handy so much. Now you notice I'm always constantly hitting the minions to refresh my ghouls. And we win off that. That is... Look at my bloody 80 carry score, dude. Look at my 80 carry score, 290. That game there was a crazy, I'd probably say 3v9. That was just insane. The way we all played together, that was a 4v5 for 90% of the game. That was such a good game. So I hope you guys liked that one. I hope you learned a little thing or two. Fun fact, my Eclipse actually healed 3,300, shielded 3,300. And before that final fight, when we were up here, right here, it was 1,900. So from here to the end of the game, it shielded 12,000 health, or 12,000 damage. So if you compare that to having Leandry's, that would have given me 300 max health. Eclipse gave me 1,200 extra efficient health. So think about it that way. I got mad Eclipse value out of that. So hope you guys like that one. If you did, hit that sub button, hit that like button. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.